Well, if you ever kind of wondered like what kind of healing I do and how it works, I can give you a pretty quick example because I just had somebody come to me who was having some real difficulties focusing on their work and mental fog kind of a thing and all that. So I said, okay, give me a second to think, and I just walked over to my work table, workspace, and pulled three crystals to assist with the healing. And then I came back and I put on some wave music in the background. It was I like Meditative Minds. That's a YouTube channel, and I used one that was for like well, I'll tell you right quick. Positive aura cleanse, powerful physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. And then so I'll tell you the three stones that I used. I used Lapis Lazuli, because they're a Virgo, and Lapis is for like a wisdom stone. Let me read what it says here. I just know that it's for like your third eye, and it's good for just your mind and stuff. So it says discerning inner truth, exploring past lives, deepening intuition, deep inner peace, harmony, inner truth, honesty, wisdom, blah 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 blah. So it's just it just was one that was calling to me. The other thing that I have is Charoite, Charoite. I guess that's how you say it. And these are earrings actually that somebody bought me, but they're very very powerful stones, these little suckers. So these are for putting things in perspective, for discernment. And then I was reading more and more healers, you know, the more people that do this work, the more we learn how to use these stones. Well, shoot, it's believed to help autism and ADHD. It helps deepen your meditations and enhances intuition. It helps release old habits. It helps with focusing and improving attention span. So there you go. This is exactly what I was needing. And then finally, I was guided to pick Prehnite, Prehnite. And that one is calming the mind, alignment with the heart, relief from anxiety. And it's a stone of, it's a healer for the healers, because this person is a spiritual, you know, helps people as well. So I have a stone. I sort of also take and I will, if I have stones that represent certain people, which this person is very prominent in my life, so I have a stone that represents them because they gifted me something, and so this stone has always meant them to me. So I held the stone in my power hand, you know, because that's where the healing was going into, and then I held the assistant stones in my receiving hand, and then that's pretty much it. Went into the little meditation and walked through like a guided meditation thing. And I have this whole concept of the lighthouse of the mind, and a lot of people I have already like installed the lighthouse, because then you could go back and you can clean your chakra there and your lighthouse and all that. It makes it very easy to work on with this whole concept, the installing of the lighthouse. And if you want to try that, you know, book some time with me and I'll walk you through the lighthouse. It's basically like adding to your blueprint, you know, adding to what you already have. So I went in and I drew a cord to their thymus, and I went in and up and just immediately started looking at the third eye chakra. The whole area was cloudy. You could tell a lot of mental fog, too much thinking, too much internet, too much video games, too much of everything without enough cleansing and grounding in between. So we looked at the chakra. I says, come on, let's blow it up, you know, blow it up meaning like pump it up. So we pumped it up, and it was almost like as if, you know, if you're sitting for too long and you get real creepy and stiff. That's kind of how it felt like. So we kept pumping it up. I kept saying, I'm like, okay, a little bit more. And then finally the thing was glowing real nice. And I said, let's try and spin it, you know. And see, as I go through this visualization, you can close your eyes, have your eyes open, whatever, and you're almost seeing a story come through in your head. Most people do. I would say when you have a meeting with me, a session with me, usually 90% of the people that do end up having some type of a mental vision type thing of what I'm talking about. So, right, after that, I then said, well, there's a lot of mental fog here. Let's just clear it up. And so then I envisioned a vortex, like a funnel or like a tornado, sucking that out and then removing it the way that I do. I have a way I dispose of these things. And then I had to do kind of a countdown with that, so then I was 5, 3, 2, 1, and then it was cleared. And then we started looking at the lighthouse panels, and we had to clean and clear them, just the visualization of, however you're waxing or you're scraping or you're whatever, washing, and, a little bit at a time, every single wall, every single, section, all the way around. Then when I got to the front panel, the eyes looked very dirty. And it wasn't that I could actually clean the eyes just the way they were. I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to envision like popping them out. So I like pulled them backwards, like in my mind's eye, I'm like popped them backwards, and I cleaned them all up and cleaned the connections all the way back to the chakra, and then popped them back in. Interesting, afterwards, they said that they really felt that, almost that, like, when you have sleep in your eyes, and then, like, maybe you get some eye drops or something, and then suddenly your eyes are refreshed. That was the feeling. So, then after we did that, started working on the panels, all the panels, and making sure they were all clean and everything. And as I was doing that, there was some debris falling away, and so turning on that funnel, that vortex again, and pulling all of that free. And then all of that kind of surrounded to the crown. So all that cleaning went then up into the crown, and then I looked up into the crown, and the crown itself was having a little bit of like debris or just heaviness. So we started spinning that chakra, and as we were spinning it, some of the debris was falling away, so we created another little funnel and was pulling all of that off of there, and putting it in for disposal. And then once that was all done, we just lit up the cord of light, which is your center channel. I call it your spinal column, whatever you want to call it, whatever you envision. It goes from top to bottom through all the chakras, all the way way up chakras, all the way down chakras. And so basically just dropped it straight down into the center of the earth, and anchored that in, and pulled the person down to feel their feet touch the ground, and just ground the whole healing into their existence. And bada boom, bada bing, was done in about 7 minutes, I think. And so far, so good. So I wanted to talk about the experience because it was kind of a fast one, and it was so good, and I was like, holy crap. And yeah.